People from all across the solar system are subscribing to stay informed and support the cause.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part. What about you? Subscribe to Burn Enough and join the fun today. Stay informed, stay prepared. Subscribing guarantees entertainment. Would you like to know more? The war drums of June pounded loud and fierce. 20 battle-hardened military sci-fi releases were locked, loaded, and deployed. Yeah, prepare to expand your TBR list. Let's see what we got. Archangel Avenging by Rick Partlow. Book 2 in Rick Partlow's new trilogy. Brent Parthet hunts those who stole his life. Vengeance has just begun. Death's Ecliptic by Tony Peake. Marine Marco Morelli joins a squad enhanced by a serum to stop mutant rebels and a darker threat. Engine Masters, Clan War by Gus Harris Reed. Amid mech warfare and rebellion, Akari's team must decode a cryptic warning before civil war erupts. Afterfall by Jeff Chaney, Terry Maggart, and Aaron Bunce. In this Backyard Starship-adjacent series, Alexander Hawks builds a knight-led coalition as the galaxy collapses and survival replaces justice. Able-Bodied Soldier 5 by Jeff Chaney and Jason Anspach. Canyon and Briggs face alien threats, fractured loyalties, and diplomacy that could doom humanity. Contact by Scott Moon. Mutiny, outbreak, and betrayal cripple the fleet. Ron Marlborough must rally a broken crew to survive. Operation Seraphim by William Frisby Jr. Trapped in enemy territory, the last Marines make a final stand to stop genocide and extinction. Assault by Chris Kennedy. The Terran fleet is bleeding and retreating. One desperate gamble stands between survival and defeat. This, I Swear by Robert Hampson and Sandra Medlock. Book 18 in the Phoenix Initiative. Another high-stakes mission in the Four Horsemen universe. Other notable June releases were Junkyard Saboteur by Jamie McFarlane. AJ must sabotage a deadly weapon before the Syndicate sells destruction to the highest bidder. The Lost Dimension by Von Hepner. Maddox fights to stop a universe-hopping invasion before reality itself is lost. Beast Speaker by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Martian life returns to a ruined Earth only to find disaster already waiting. Tarnished Glory by Christopher Nuttall and Tan Ho Sin. Commander Morningstar must act fast as rebellion threatens to tear the Republic apart. Battle for Intis by James Rosone and Brandon Ellis. Commander Lee and Lieutenant Cooper face a cunning trap in a war-torn galaxy. Iron Man, Starship Jericho Universe by Toby Neighbors. Stranded behind enemy lines, Sergeant McManus fights a one-man mech war to protect a free world. Shadows of War by Bradley Elliott. As war looms, ancient tech could save humanity or fall to its enemies. Return to the Galaxy by Brian Gillies. A reborn SAS vet, a battle-scarred captain, and an ancient AI. They all race to save Earth from annihilation. Operation Icarus by Reese Landon. When a rogue captain threatens everything, Owen Shaw must outmaneuver both allies and enemies. Red One by Troy Gordon. A gritty memoir from cadet to combat leader during the Second Combine War's brutal opening strikes. Contested Landing Volume 2. Deadlier drops, bleeding edge tech, and survival that hinges on every last insane charge. These were the June releases in a nutshell. As for anniversaries, these 6 military sci-fi legends were released in June 2015, and 10 years later, they are still drawing fresh blood and new readers. Moving on to interviews. June was stacked with tactical insight and creative firepower as a squad of military sci-fi authors stepped into the spotlight. These interviews delivered intel you won't want to miss. Now let's talk sci-fi booktube. Sci-fi booktubers usually dodge MilSF like it's a live grenade, but June proved that trend can change. Besides my June reviews for Forever Peace, Archangel Avenging, The Lightning War Rising Storm, and The Ember War, we also saw deep dives and hot takes on Starship Troopers, The Forever War, Dauntless, Legionnaire, Storm's Eye, The Northwind Highlander, The Crypt, and The Nomad Complex. Check out the links in the description and support the booktubers keeping MilSF in the spotlight. The legendary MilSF book reviewer, Jim Chapman, executed another barrage of sharp and insightful reviews this June. For fans of the genre looking for honest, no-nonsense takes, his insights remain a reliable go-to. Also check out my buddy's video, titled Best Science Fiction Classics Written by Military Veterans, exploring how veterans bring unique perspectives to the genre. The Military Science Fiction podcast covered some fascinating topics like logistics of the future and combat in extreme environments, plus an insightful chat with author and screenwriter Jonathan Yanez. Did you ever wonder how the Whiskey Outpost battle scene in Starship Troopers would play out if our U.S. military force would take charge? Well, wonder no more. Check out this detailed analysis. It's a fascinating look at realism versus sci-fi tactics. On the movie front, keep an eye out for the upcoming military sci-fi movie Osiris, starring Linda Hamilton. Maybe it's just me, but for something that is of lower budget, this movie looks pretty solid. Finally, June's most watched HFY story was about a desperate alien mother offering to work on a human's farm in exchange for feeding her starving children. And there we have it. That's June, all wrapped up. Thanks for watching, and as always, feel free to send in your updates, tips, or favorite reads. Also feel free to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Burn bright and burn enough.